Have you ever wondered why we can't breathe underwater like fish? Let's ponder upon this for a moment. It's not just a question of why we can't, but also how fish can. It's a fascinating journey into the realm of biological differences and evolutionary adaptations. We're about to embark on a journey that investigates the intricate connections between the ways of life on land and beneath the water surface. Stay tuned as we delve into the fascinating world of aquatic life and human biology. To understand why we can't breathe underwater first, we need to comprehend how our respiratory system works. It all begins when we inhale air through our nose or mouth. This air travels down a pipe known as the trachea, branching out into two bronchi that lead to our lungs. Inside our lungs, the air travels further through smaller tubes known as bronchioles, finally reaching tiny air sacs called alveoli. This is where the magic happens. The walls of the alveoli are incredibly thin and surrounded by a network of tiny blood vessels. Oxygen from the air we've inhaled passes through these walls and into our bloodstream, while carbon dioxide, a waste product, moves from our blood into the alveoli. When we exhale, this carbon dioxide is expelled from our bodies, and the process begins anew with our next breath. Oxygen is vital for our survival as it helps our cells generate energy. So our lungs are designed to extract oxygen from the air, not water. But what about fish? Scene script. Fish, on the other hand, have a completely different respiratory system designed for life underwater. So how do they breathe? Well, fish use gills instead of lungs. These are feathery organs full of blood vessels. As water passes over the gills, oxygen from the water diffuses into the blood vessels, while carbon dioxide, a waste product, diffuses out of the blood vessels and into the water. This is known as gas exchange. Now you might be wondering how fish manage to extract oxygen from water. The secret lies in the gill's large surface area and thin walls. Water contains far less oxygen than air, but the design of the gills allows fish to absorb the small amounts efficiently. Fish also have a one-way system of water flow, from the mouth, over the gills, and out through openings on the sides of the body. This ensures a constant supply of oxygen. So unlike us, fish have the perfect equipment to extract oxygen from water, but why can't we do the same? Now we know that fish can breathe underwater thanks to their gills, but why can't humans do the same? We're about to dive into that. Firstly, let's talk about the density of water and its oxygen content. Water is about 800 times denser than air, making it significantly harder to move through. But more importantly, the oxygen content of water is much lower than that of air. While air is about 21% oxygen, water only contains about 1 milligram of oxygen per liter. Now onto the human respiratory system. Our lungs are designed to extract oxygen from air, not water. They function by pulling air into tiny sacs called alveoli, where oxygen is transferred to our blood. If these alveoli were filled with water, they would collapse, making it impossible for us to extract the necessary oxygen. And let's not forget the potential dangers of trying to breathe underwater. Drowning is an obvious risk, but there's also the potential for lung damage. If water gets into your lungs, it can cause a condition called pulmonary edema, where the lungs fill with fluid and can't get enough oxygen to the body. So, while it might seem fun to imagine, our biology simply doesn't allow us to breathe underwater like our fishy friends. The reality is, we are terrestrial creatures perfectly adapted to life on land. The dream of breathing underwater remains just that, a dream, or perhaps the stuff of science fiction. Let's quickly recap what we've learned today. We dove deep into the world of respiratory systems, both ours and of our aquatic friends, the fish. We explored how humans, equipped with lungs, take in oxygen from the air, while fish with their gills extract oxygen from water. We discussed the fundamental differences between these two systems. Our lungs are designed to extract oxygen from the air, which is about 21% oxygen, while water, on the other hand, contains less than 1% dissolved oxygen. Fish, however, have evolved to efficiently extract this sparse oxygen from water using their gills. We also examined why we, as humans, cannot breathe underwater. Simply put, our lungs are not designed to extract oxygen from water. Doing so would require a significant evolutionary shift. So the next time you see a fish swimming effortlessly underwater, you'll know exactly why you can't join them for a breath of fresh water.